Who is Nikola Tesla? Many people may be familiar with the electric car brand Tesla, owned by entrepreneur Elon Musk, but the life and achievements of inventor Nikola Tesla tend to be far less known by the public. This is because Tesla's achievements have long been overshadowed by those of Thomas Edison, who famously invented the light bulb. One of Tesla's greatest inventions was his invention of the first motor that utilized alternating current, AC, rather than direct current, DC. This was revolutionary in the field of electrical engineering because alternating current was found to be able to flow in both directions rather than in one direction like direct current. And AC is able to transform to lower or higher voltages. This means that high-voltage electrical currents from power stations are able to be converted into lower-voltage currents that can safely power houses and other small structures. It may be possible that if Tesla hadn't invented the AC motor, our homes wouldn't have the use of electricity as we're familiar with today. Nikola Tesla was born in Smiljan, Croatia, in 1856. His father was an Eastern Orthodox priest, and his mother managed their farm and had a habit to memorize epic poetry and create mechanical devices to make her household chores easier. Tesla, who claimed to have a photographic memory, attributed the trait to the genetics of his mother. From a young age, Tesla was shown to have exceptional intelligence, even completing entire mathematical calculations in his head, which led some of his teachers to believe he was cheating. He also developed several eccentricities during his childhood, particularly after his older brother died in a horse-riding accident. Some of these peculiarities included a fear of pearls, earrings, and germs, as well as an obsession with the number 3 and the tendency to have vivid hallucinations during his childhood. His father had wanted him to follow in his footsteps and become a priest, despite Tesla's desires to become an engineer. When Tesla fell ill with cholera and nearly died, his father promised him that if he survived the illness, he would send him to engineering school. Tesla eventually recovered, but he was not immediately able to attend school, as he was required to enlist in the army. He avoided the draft by running into the dense mountainous forests, dressed as a hunter and living in the wilderness for some time. He later said that this time alone in nature allowed him to strengthen himself and deeply reflect on a variety of ideas. He was eventually able to leave the wilderness and attend physics and math classes at the Technical University of Graz. It was during his time there that he came up with the idea for the alternating current motor, which occurred to him during a walk. Upon moving to America, Tesla worked for Thomas Edison for a short time before Tesla quit after an altercation with Edison. Edison informed Tesla that he would pay a large sum of money if he was able to improve the design of his dynamos for direct current, which Tesla did after several months of work, only for Edison to refuse to pay him. Tesla was unsuccessful in forming his own electric company, but was able to gain funding from wealthy figures, such as George Westinghouse and J.P. Morgan. During the 1890s, Tesla made several technological innovations, such as a remote-controlled boat and implanting the first AC generators at Niagara Falls, which generated power from the waterfall's force. Tesla had an interest in wireless power, the most substantial evidence of this being the Wardenclyffe Tower on High Island. The tower was meant to transmit electrical currents across the globe for the purpose of worldwide communication, but the project was never completed as Tesla was unable to get adequate funding. Tesla spent much of the last decade of his life tinkering on his various inventions in his hotel room in New York City. He slept little, only around 2 hours per night, he claimed, and worked for most of the day until exactly 8:10 in the evening when he ate dinner. He also had a habit of walking several miles per day around the city, where he would feed and apparently communicate with the pigeons. He died on January 7th in 1946 at the age of 86 in his hotel room from a coronary thrombosis. His greatest technological achievement that persists today is the alternating current system, which is the primary method of transmitting electrical power around the world.